Kirkland with the Marks Group, and we have prepared for you today about a 15-minute presentation on some tips and tricks specific to the use of Microsoft Dynamics CRM, the 2013 version. Before I launch into the details of the tips that we have prepared for you today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about who we are, the Marks Group. We are a consulting firm, and we're situated outside of Philadelphia, and we specialize in the selection and implementation of certain popular business software applications related to customer relationship management, CRM, like Microsoft Dynamics, and also some accounting packages. Some examples are QuickBooks, Xero, and Zoho. Basically what we do is we understand our clients' needs. We provide then recommendations of the software packages that are a best fit for those clients. We also provide customization services. A lot of these packages are very highly customizable and can be tailored to certain to meet a client's needs. We offer that as well. We offer training, and we also offer these free monthly webinars. This particular webinar is of the format of specific tips and tricks. So we'll be talking about 3 specific things that you can do with Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2013. But we also offer other webinars that provide kind of more general overview and demonstration of some of the packages that we represent. Some of the other CRM software packages that we deal with are Zoho CRM, Salesforce, Goldmine. We also work with QuickBooks and some of the other accounting packages that I mentioned before, Xero. So basically our whole goal is to really get the biggest bang for the buck for our clients from the software packages that we recommend. And for more information about Marks Group, you can visit us on the website at www.marksgroup.net, as you see on the slide. And I also wanted to mention that the tips that I'm going to go over today, as well as a lot of other tips, are available as well in text form on our blog. So please feel free to visit the website and peruse the tips. Okay, so I'm going to now get into the 3 tips that we have prepared for you today. And again, these are related to Microsoft Dynamics CRM, as I'm sure everyone's aware. Our first tip is we're going to be talking about how to attach a document to a record within your CRM. Now, it sounds pretty basic, but it's a little tricky to find, so I'm going to show you where to find that. The second tip I'm going to go through is talking about the new Quick View form. This is something new for 2013, and we're going to talk about why you might want to use it, and then we're going to demonstrate how you can add a quick view form to a form. And lastly, I'm going to go through how to disable the quick create form. So we'll talk a little bit about what the quick create form is, where you find it, and what happens when you disable it, and why you might want to disable it. Okay, so now I'm going to get into tip number 1. Like I said, it's how to attach a document to an account record. And here I am in my Microsoft Dynamics account listing, and oops, let me get my cursor. And I am going to select an account. Okay, first time with the all right, Andrew, help me out here. What tool should I use?
You can use, just move a little bit to the left and it'll work perfectly. Just move a little bit to the left. Or just use any of the other lines. If you want to use, for example, the pen, you can use the pen and it will highlight it for you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Do you see the pen?
My apologies.
No problem.
I do see the pen, yeah.
Yeah, so just use that. Just first of all, just go to the eraser so you can erase your name there.
My little thing there.
Yeah, on the left-hand side, just go to the eraser and then you'll be okay.
Oh, it's not working.
All right, just use
I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to move on.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to select my account. I'm going to choose the Demo Coho Winery account. And here I am in my account record. And it's not obvious where I would attach a document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on, get my pen back, I'm going to click on Notes. And then I'm going to drop my cursor into the window. And here is where the attachment link pops up for you. So then from here on out, it's pretty straightforward. You click Attach. You click the Choose File button. That opens up your search window. You click the file that you want to attach. You click Done, and then you have your file attached to your record. And I do also want to mention that when this file is attached, it's actually uploaded and becomes a part of your CRM system. So anyone that else that has access to that record would have access to that document as well. Okay, so that was tip number one. Like I said, pretty straightforward, but a little tricky to find it. Now we're moving into tip number two, and this, here we're going to talk about the quick view form. And like I said, this is new for 2013, and you can kind of think of it as a form within a form. If you compare it to the subgrids, that's more like a view within a form. When you create a subgrid and you add it to a form, it provides a list of records that meet the criteria that you set up, and you have that visible on a form. This is more of a form within a form. So moving in to setting this up, first I need to bring up my solutions window. So I'm going to go to Settings, Customization, and then Customize the System. And that brings up my solution window. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a quick view form. And the example that I'm going to show you is I'm going to create a quick view form that's related to an account, and then we're going to add that account quick view form onto an opportunity record. There's a lot of other examples of how you might want to use this particular functionality. Perhaps you might want to create a primary contact quick form and then put that primary contact quick form on an account record, so then you have all that information related to your primary account, or for your primary contact, I'm sorry, right there on your account record. You don't need to click a link and navigate to get that more detailed information. So that's just another example of how you might want to use this. So moving into our example, I'm going to navigate down to my account form, and then I'm going to click on New, and I'm going to click on my quick view form. And this opens up the creation window to create a quick view form. This is very similar to how you create a standard form. You have a tab, you have a section, you have an area where you can drag fields from the right side onto the form. So I'm magically going to create this quick view form. I'm calling it account history, and I've included 3 fields onto the form. I'm going to save, close, and publish. And then I'm going to scroll down to my opportunity records, or my opportunity area, and I'm going to get to my opportunity form and open my opportunity form. And now I'm going to insert that quick view form that I just created. So I go to the Insert menu, and I choose Quick View Form. And then I fill in the information, I give it a name, and I select the quick view form that I just made from the selection window. That's what that looks like completed. Then I click OK. So I just want to point out I'd call that account history. This will give you, when you pull this drop down, it'll give you all the available quick view forms that you have to add, and you just choose it by name. Okay, I click OK. That puts it on the form. I save and publish. And now I want to go back and navigate over to my opportunities and see what that looks like. So I go to my opportunities list, and I click on an opportunity, and now I see here is my account history quick view form. So it actually provides you field titles and field names for that particular, for the account that's related to this opportunity. So that's an example of how you might want to use a quick view form and how you would create it and then add it to another form. Okay, so that's our tip number 2. Moving on to tip number 3. Last one is talking about disabling the quick create form. So before I jump into how to disable it, let's talk a little bit about what it is. So basically, when you have a subgrid on a form, you have these quick links to add a record to that particular form. So in this example, I have orders. I can click that plus sign, and typically what will come up is the quick create form. And I'm going to show you how to disable that and bring up, once you disable it, then it brings up the full form. And why you might want to do this is because sometimes it just makes more sense to have the full form. You can add all the data that you need, when you, and it's an easy, quick link to get there. So you want to add something, you hit the plus sign, up comes the full form, you add all the data you want, and then you've created the record, versus doing a quick create, adding an abbreviated version, and then having to go back and update it, having to navigate to it. So here's an account record. And the example that I'm going to show is how to disable it for opportunities. So I'm in an account record. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and show you where I have my opportunity grid there. So when I click that plus sign now, this is the quick create form that comes up. So you can see it's an abbreviated version. You just have a handful of fields that you can fill out. So so we're going to disable that and go up to the full form. So now I'm going to bring my solutions window back up. I'm going to click on opportunity. I'm going to actually click on the title. And that opens this window. And right down here in data services is the allow quick create checkbox. So what I'm going to do is just uncheck that box, save and publish. And now when I come back into my account record, when I click that plus sign, I get the full opportunity form, and I can enter all the data and complete it in one shot and not have to navigate back to it and augment what I entered on the quick create. Okay, so that concludes our 3 tips for today. Again, I want to let you know that we have a lot of tips out on our website in text form that you can go and peruse for other tips, and not just for Microsoft Dynamics CRM, but for other products as well. And we offer these webinars monthly, so please look for them. We will have tips for more tips for Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2013 next month in October. And that's all I have for you today. So thank you so much for attending and listening in. And I'd like to open up the floor for questions.